Coming January 24th, 2026, Paramount Plus presents a new era of mixed martial arts.
Yeah! Woo! UFC, Paramount Plus, if you're watching, I will sell that intro to you for $50. That's right, $50. Today, I'm going to be building the very first UFC Paramount card taking place in Las Vegas next year at UFC 324. So let's go right ahead. We're just gonna do the main card. So the first fight, we got John Silva versus Sterling. John Silva coming off a loss to Diego Lopez, but still has a very high stock. And Aljamain Sterling coming off a boring win against Brian Ortega. Put these two together, and I think you got an exciting, fun fight. Plus, I feel like there'd be some weird energy between them in the build-up. They're like pretty polar opposites. Yeah, I feel like these guys would hate each other for absolutely no reason. This would be a sick way to kick off the night. So our second fight of the night in the welterweight division, Wonder Boy versus MVP. This is the greatest fight that's never been made. It should have been the first fight MVP had. It should have been the second. For whatever reason, they haven't made this yet, and there's no time like the present. Wonder Boy hasn't fought since July when he was robbed of a decision, in my opinion. So let's just call it coming off a win. And MVP hasn't fought since August where he beat Jared Cannonier. We know this fight would be crazy. Why not now? This fight would be an insane showcase for Paramount UFC. So let's go to our third fight of the night. Yeah! Du Plessis is coming back and he's facing another knucklehead, Brendan Allen. Who doesn't want to see these two go at it? Two knuckleheads in the middleweight division fighting for, I guess, a number one contender spot. If Allen can beat Du Plessis, he gets the title shot next. And if Du Plessis wins, he could possibly get the title shot if Hamzat's out of the picture, let's just say. So I think this is a really fun fight. Great comeback fight for Du Plessis, and I think he takes it. I think he takes it against Allen. But Allen's a good wrestler, so we'll see. We'll see. Let's go to our next fight, the co-main event of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, for the BMF title, Max Holloway versus Charles do Bronx Oliveira. This is the fight that is supposed to be made. I don't think there's any argument about that. Holloway hasn't fought since July. Oliveira, more recently in October, where he called out Max Holloway. Let's put this on. This is going to be fireworks. These two kind of look like long-lost half-brothers, and they've got a lot of similarities inside their career as well. And yeah, this would just be a fucking banger. What a perfect co-main event. And now, for the main event, we got Ilia Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett for the lightweight championship. Now, I know a lot of people's initial reaction is, why Paddy? Why not Arman? And I do agree Arman's next fight should be for the title, but I think he waited too long. He just fought last weekend and it's November. Can we really expect him to turn around for January 24th? Looking through his record, the quickest he's ever turned around in between fights is 5 months. Okay? So I don't think he would be the type of guy to make a 2-month turnaround for the biggest, hardest fight of his entire life. I think he'll wait. And that's okay. But Ilia Topuria cannot wait anymore. This is getting ridiculous. He's not injured. And he hasn't fought since June. I think he's got to come back in, and his next fight, he can fight against Arman. We can't sit around and wait 4 more months and just have the lightweight champion sit out for an entire year for no reason. We already got Hamzat doing that. Look, Merab's about to lap him twice. He's about to double lap him. Merab's going on his 3rd fight. And we haven't seen Topuria come back for a 2nd time. So, that being said, this would also be super hype. Now, I get everyone thinks Paddy doesn't deserve it, and he's probably going to lose. But, what about the buildup? If UFC Paramount wants to actually put good marketing behind this, this could be one of the biggest fights the UFC's put on since McGregor. Think about these two. Think about their trash talk. Think about their beef. This could do amazing numbers for the UFC. Paddy does have an awkward style. He is way bigger. So it's not all said and done in this fight. And yeah, I'd be super hyped to watch this. And I would definitely pay $6 a month for the rest of my life. This is the main card of Paramount Plus UFC 324. Let's take a look at all of it together. Wow, could you imagine a press conference with these guys? John Silva and Aljamain Sterling would be really funny together. Wonderful and MVP, obviously, lots of respect. 2 nice, skillful guys. And then Du Plessis and Allen would be hilarious. I think they'd have a beef. I think Du Plessis would probably come at him for trying to pretend he was Canadian. His last fight. Holloway and Oliveira, pure aura. 2 legends. And Topuria and Pimblett, obviously, just going to be chirping. Chirping back and forth. Yeah, if the UFC can make a card half as good as this, I think it would be a good debut. But all these fights are very realistic. So let me know what you think of this card. If you want to see Paddy versus Ilia, or do you think he should wait for Arman? And feel free to leave a like and subscribe.